I'm Mark Cleghorn and welcome to the Lastolite School of Photography, and today you're going to see the film featuring my challenge that I was given to shoot 8 urban style of images, and I've got to show that to you in 20 minutes, and that's what I had to do. I had to do the whole shoot in 20 minutes. So again, there was lots of things I was thinking about, and as you'll see, we succeeded. A bit of a sweat towards the end, but we got it done. But I decided initially to make sure that I was going to keep my equipment to a minimum, so I just went with the one light. And the key thing when you're trying to kind of pace yourself with a shoot as different as this, obviously you've got to allow for the model to get changed, the different kind of looks, you've got to move locations as well, and that's basically what you're going to see, a little bit of a kind of a manic shoot with it. Now, of course, if you're as good as I am, you know that you're going to be able to achieve it even before you start. So there's no real kind of worry. There's just planning and trying to decide on what backgrounds you're going to use first and where the backgrounds are based. And of course, when we start to pace ourselves in towards the shoot, you start to end up with a great variety with very, very little time to shoot in each setup with it. So it's interesting. You've always got to keep to that one. Okay, I've been found out. Let's see the shoot. Well, you've realized by now, I'm just like you. I'm just a normal photographer. And these urban backgrounds by Lastolite allow us to pretty much shoot whether we're in a client's home on location or today in the studio as we are here. The urban background range, we've got 4 different panels. In total, they're reversible, so it gives us 8 different looks. And you can see how if we match the lighting that is referred to on each of the panels, so we can see the direction through the shadows that we see on each of the backgrounds, we can get pretty much a realism to the image. It's all to do with the lighting, of course, and that's what we'll be doing in the shoot to make sure that kind of the background lends itself to the lighting kind of pattern that we're doing. And a great model for the day, she's going to kind of be busy kind of jumping in and out of different styles of clothing to give us the matching kind of look to it. So as I said, these are reversible, and they can either be hung from a background support or just leaned on a background like we are here. And it just gives us a variety. And this is one of my favorites, in fact, the steel kind of door look. But it's really just down to you. I mean, the whole point of the Lastolite products, it's to make it portable. It makes us a little bit more creative. And it's obviously just down for us to think of the style of photography that we want to shoot today. So whether it's going to be a child against a brick wall in a kind of a cloth cap and jeans and a shirt, or it's going to be a bride against a metal door perhaps, it's really just down to us how we work it and kind of really design it together. The 7x5 panels are just big enough to do, you know, pretty much a full length or a 3/4 length, as long as you don't mind the actual skirt at the base here, the edging. But otherwise, it's great for head and shoulders and the 3/4 length. So I think we shouldn't discuss it anymore. Let's get straight into the session. So we've got background 1, set 1, decided to go for continuous lighting. It's a radiate. I'm set at 1000 ISO, I'm 160th a second, 2.8, and I'm using a long lens, 70-200 lens here, and it's at 135 around it. I've put it up onto the background support. Why? Because I want to allow in composition to have that bit of negative space either on the right-hand side or the left-hand side, but specifically above her. Because I've got no kind of bottom to it, in other words, no train, I'm really not kind of bothered about the base of it, so I'm just going to kind of shoot with it. So let's see the shots. Okay, darling, that's gorgeous there. Looking up more for me, that's gorgeous there. Let's take off the hat and hide behind the hat, as it were. Take it off a little bit, that's gorgeous there. Looking up again now. Look up as you do it. More. Straight at me now with the eyes. It's gorgeous there. Take off the hat fully. Scruffle up your hair a little bit more. It's this kind of French Parisian kind of style of look that we're going for. She's definitely got that off pat. Here we go. Looking up again, darling. It's gorgeous there. It's gorgeous. One more. Keep it. Excellent. Let's just turn your back to me and almost looking back. Looking up quite high because that's where the light is, of course. It's great that there. Keep it. Can you raise the chin more for me, darling? That's beautiful. Let me just move it a little bit. It's gorgeous. Keep it. And if you turn your back to me more, darling, looking up real high. Excellent. It's there. Keep it. Turn back to me again fully. Turn back around. Looking right high again. It's gorgeous. Keep it. And the reason I'm getting her to look quite high all the time is because obviously that's where our light source is from, and I'm mimicking the shadow that we've got coming through. What are you waiting there for? Go get changed. We've got 20 minutes. Next one. For this next shot, I've decided to really minimize the amount of light getting onto the brick wall background. I just think it's going to give us a little bit more kind of power and a different moody styling. We've got a great clashing colour with a green dress against the red wall, of course, but again, I'm not going to allow a huge amount of light to spill onto it. So just using the radiate again, because it's so close now, I'm at 400 ISO, 200 a second at 2.8. I'm sure we'll get some great shots. Right, darling, let's do it. Move forward just a little bit. Turn the body back to me a touch. Gorgeous there. Keep it. Looking up towards the light again. Beautiful. Shoot the close-up. Gorgeous there. Little lean with the head. Beautiful. Just going to bring in a reflector. Just going to use that to bounce up the lighting just in towards the face a little bit more. Lower the chin to me, darling. Eyes at me. Beautiful. It's there again. Gorgeous. Keep it. Happier. You can do it. Just have a real cuddle with your arms in towards yourself. Turn the nose around to me a little bit. It's gorgeous there. Let's do it. Brilliant. Let's get changed. It's like fancy dress, really, running back and forth and things, really. But again, just minimizing that lighting, just adding that little bit of reflector. Remember, the key thing is here to match, once again, the kind of the shadows coming through it. And it's really down to you whether you start to work in at an illuminated kind of way or kind of minimizing that lighting. I'm going to do one more shoot with the radiates. Then I'm going to swap over to some flash, really control that lighting in a real way. So what we're doing in this one, we've got this fantastic kind of stone wall. So I think it's straight to a black and white image. Let me just turn straight away to monochrome. And then I've got the diffuser cap just on the front of the radiate. Why? I just want to soften the lighting down a little bit. The lighting itself is just past the 90-degree position. Just give me a little bit more kind of mood of the lighting onto Sarah. So let's do that again, darling. That's lovely. Lower the chin a touch more. It's gorgeous. Twist the body around towards the light. Whoa, it's lovely. Keep it. Look with your head around towards your right as well. It's beautiful just there. Let's go for a little bit more drama, in fact. Just look straight at me. Can you step backwards a little bit? Just a little bit. Straight at me with a head for me. It's gorgeous there. Lower the chin more. Can you turn the body to the other direction fully? It's gorgeous there. Let's do it again. Keep it. Lower the chin, darling. Eyes at me. Twist the body to me a touch more. Straight at me with the eyes. Happier. You got a great smile. That's gorgeous. Lower the chin if you can a little bit. Turn the head more. It's gorgeous there. Body around to me again. It's beautiful. Happier. And let me just completely take the lighting almost off that background. Just looking straight to here. That's beautiful. Let's do that. Turn the head a little bit more around towards the side. It's a gorgeous shot. Eyes straight at me now. Twist the body around to me. Excellent. Change! What I'm conscious of is obviously the little marks where the kind of the direct hard shadow from the lighting is being placed. That's why I'm being very, very precise and where I'm asking Sarah to move ahead and kind of chin to make sure there's no too much dark sockets in the eye. Real great background, love that a lot. So for the graffiti backgrounds, we've chosen the vixen look, even with the red shoes there. It's interesting though, we've got to make sure that the light direction is right here because as we can see through the brickwork, the light is coming in from the right-hand side. There's a creation of a shadow running from the far side of the block if you look close up. So make sure that you've got that lighting direction going in the right place. So Carl's going to be there. He's just using the Quadra. We're shooting at 400 ISO, 100th a second at f4. And Carl, we've just got that EasyBox 2 square on there, just really close again, Carl. We've metered it, so we know what we're running at, f4. Again, a little bit more funky in the edgy with the back, that's better. Raise the chin up now and looking off. Towards Carl, a little bit more with the eyes, instead of me. Serious though, please, darling. And at me now, vixen-like. Turn the body to me a little bit more. That's gorgeous there. And again, excellent. And let's come down, let's go for a squat. I've cheated a little bit. We've put one of the other backgrounds down the floor, the stone backgrounds here, just seeing what that's going to look like. It's great just there. Let's do it. And again. Can you edge over that way just a little bit for me? Carl, bring it around a touch more, just pointing towards her. Go change, next. Okay, let's do it, yeah. Again, change it. Turn to me now, strong. Excellent. Lower the chin though, more aggression. Lower the chin. Cheekier. Turn the head this way more. Happier now. The excellent scores there. Fun. Excellent. Excellent. Love that. Cool. And again, close-ups. Let's do it. Go against the background, almost your hands out wide. We chose this kind of real punky kind of Halloween-y kind of styling. I love the background. The background is wicked. It's this kind of steel, rusting steel kind of look with it. Carl's just got Quadra on there again, just with the EasyBox 2 square. Can you just drop it down, Carl, to show them that you've got no diffusers inside there at all? So as you can see here, we've just moved them. That's why we're going to get all this heavy shadow, really kind of very, very strong light. Remember, the whole point of this project is just the one light to feature more onto the backgrounds and about the lighting kind of styles with it. But that will give us this intense amount of lighting. We're still controlling the light. That's why we're using the EasyBox 2 on the front there to make sure the direction of the light is being controlled into that shape. Go on, Carl, let's finish off. Let's do it. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Lower the chin, darling. Excellent. Close-ups. Again, just do a little bit of kind of chewing on a nail or something like that with it. It's great. Just there again. A little bit too much white to the eyes. Bring the eyes around a little bit more. Okay, turn the hands around a little bit more so I can see this. That's great. Just there. It's great. Turn the body away again, just away from me fully, and just kind of lurking back. Use that the left hand up high up onto the steel. It's great. Just there. Let's do it. Keep it. Twist to me a little bit more, if possible. Excellent. This hand just coming down quite strong. It's great. One more. Twist the body around fully for me. It's cool just there. Again. Looking off to the side. Change! Love those. Really cool. It's amazing how you kind of settle into some of the backgrounds. They just look a little bit better. They perhaps settle more into your style of photography. And that's the great thing about the variety of these 4 different choices. Obviously, they've got 2 sides, so you can kind of really choose the one that suits you. Okay, so for this shot, we've got kind of a brickwork that was plastered. It's beginning to fall off. Kind of a real grungy urban, funny enough, look. I've gone for the switch box, so I've got the narrow kind of element. And I've got the grids in here as well, as you can see. And the reason for the grids is to really control that lighting again, as I said. The whole point, of course, of photography is really controlling light because it's really going to change the different kind of look. So I'm going to give it a bit of an edgy kind of finishing as well. On the camera, I've given it a specific kind of look. I've desaturated a little bit. I've increased the contrast and the sharpness there. Let's see what we're going to get. Straighten me again, darling. Turn the head a little bit. Keep it. It's beautiful. Turn the body around to me. There you go. Just keep it. Serious again. Let's just kind of just stand right upright. Just drop the hands down. Serious for me. Real upright. So kind of stand really feet together. It's gorgeous there. Lower the chin more for me. Excellent. Happier. Excellent there. Shoot some close-ups. Twist the body more. Again for me. Once more. Get changed! Really like that. So for this background, which is corrugated metal, the lighting is coming from above. It's kind of simulating perhaps a Jamaican shack or something like that. I'm using a softbox still. I'm using the switch, which is the larger, the extra large one, in fact. And Carl's going to have that right above her, bringing almost a sunlight kind of shaft coming down. We're restricting it still, so we're in the strip mode instead of the wide kind of full 120 by 95, so we're going for the 120 by 45 strip here to actually give us the kind of the control. Right, let's do it. We just need that kind of little flowy afternoon. Let's have a little look. Lower the eyes a little bit more down and lower the chin. That's gorgeous there. That's great. Beautiful. Excellent. Look a little bit lower, down towards the sand. It's just our floorboards in the studio really, but it's has a similar effect. That's beautiful just there. Eyes a little bit higher, looking towards Carl for me. That's good just there. Happier. One more. Bend those arms a little bit more shape with the dress for me. Not so far away with the eyes, please. Excellent. Bring the eyes around more, just a touch. Not to me, just along the line of the nose. Excellent. Turn the body around towards the side a little bit more. Let's do it. Again, keep it. Turn the body around to us again. Excellent. There. Looking off again. Eyes at me now. Last shot, Carl. Raise the chin a touch, darling. Done. Thank you. Next. And even before we get going, to be honest, I can just tell that this background is going to be one of my favourites. Why? Because it just has all the elements, the characters, the colour that I love within a background itself. Again, these steel kind of riveted doors, whatever it is in the background. We're clashing it today, and Sarah's in red, which is immense. And anyway, shut up, Mark, get on with it. Let's do it. Quick test. Looking towards the other side of me, darling, if you can. It's beautiful. Just there. Do it. Keep it. That's the way it's there. Again, looking down towards the side. Turn around just a little bit more, away from me. That's great. Keep it. Straight at me. There. Happier. Cool. Let's just kind of bring up a hand, just coming up towards here. Twist the body back to me a touch more, around towards me. Turn the hand to the side. That's gorgeous there. Let's do it. Keep it. Eyes at me, darling. Again, just take this hand around the waist more. Good. And looking down towards the floor on the other side. That's excellent. Swap the hands around for me if you can. That's great, just there. Come back to me. More. Excellent. You can see what we've got going is the EasyBox 2 square again. Drop it down for me, Carl, so I can show. I should say there's no diffusion in here at all. It's just the grids on the front. So once more, I'm using a very, very harsh lighting. Why? Because if I was photographing in a steel environment like that, I would want the harsh lighting. Give me that extra bit of ping, that sunlight quality. We're just using the grids again to control the lighting, not to kind of flood the whole scene with lighting. Remember, the difference between a photographer and a photographer is the way that we control the lighting itself. I absolutely love these urban backgrounds, and I'm sure you're going to love them too. I'm Mark Cleghorn for the Lastolite School of Photography. I'm going to continue on. See you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, straight at me again, darling. Let's go with the arms crossed. Beautiful, it's there. Let's do it. Drop the hands down to the side. Excellent. Head back to me. That's a wrap. Don't get changed.